Hey guys, Beer Leaguer here with a review of a recent event I went to in Las Vegas. I actually went and checked out the Rent the Rink Las Vegas event. You've probably heard me talk in some of my other videos about some of the other Rent the Rink events that I have done, and I've done a couple of them. There I am dancing before the game. I don't know why I was doing that. I have to look on the video if I do that for games at home or not. But yeah, so I went out to Las Vegas this past week and went and skated at the T-Mobile Arena and got to check out a Vegas Knights and Anaheim Ducks game, and then the next day played on the rink. If you haven't seen the other videos where I talk about what Rent the Rink is, what it is in a nutshell is they get NHL ice. You get to go play what is essentially a pickup game on NHL ice and get to go watch a game there. So it's a great way to see other arenas and a great way to meet some other people that like hockey and are into hockey the same way you are, and just get to play somewhere else really cool. There's a group of guys that seem to go to all the Rent the Rink events, and I've gotten to know them over the last couple ones I've done. Super cool guys. You see them at the events, hang out with people at the games, after the games, whatever. Like it was Vegas, so there was lots of people hanging out doing all sorts of Vegas-y kind of things, which was really neat. So that's Rent the Rink in a nutshell. So Vegas particularly, this was super cool because one, it was an NHL arena, which if you've never skated at an NHL arena, it's amazing. It's like your favorite arena that you play at locally, but times like 1,000. The benches, all the doors close, which is just nice to have. We actually got to use a real locker room, which was really nice because it fit everybody. There was actually 2 Rent the Rink games going on that day, so there's a lot of people in there. Fit everybody, no problem. I'm used to playing in locker rooms that are made to hold like 10 kids, not a dozen adults, so they're usually crammed, but got to do that. Locker room's super nice. Everything is padded, so you can walk around wherever you want. And in Vegas here in particular, one of the really cool things was we actually got to walk down, I don't even know what you'd call it, a walkway. It's the mirrored walk thing you see if you watch any Vegas games. You can see here. Oh, there I am. Hi. Walking onto the benches. You always see that. They always show that shot of the players walking down. And we walked down that to get to the benches, which is super, super cool. There you go. Going out to the benches, going and checking everything out. Another great thing with playing at NHL arenas is the ice. I mean, it's the best ice you've ever played on. It's just amazing ice, which I've played. I play a bunch of local arenas. And you notice a difference when the ice is really bad usually. That's the only time you notice. But this ice is really, really good, and you notice it a lot. Here we come up here, one of my big highlights of not misplaying a puck along the boards. I was very happy with that. Another cool thing you get when you do the Rent the Rink events, besides getting to play at the arena, going to watch a game, is they have a photographer come out and photograph the games. So you get a lot of amazing looking pictures because these are actually, they get hockey photographers. It's not just random photographer like somebody that usually does weddings on the weekends or something like that. It is actually people that shoot hockey games professionally. So the images are always awesome, and they get a ton of them. I think there was like 1,500 pictures between the 2 games. Something like that for these ones, so that you get a ton of pictures. There's pictures of everybody. That's really cool. And you also get a jersey. These are really nice jerseys. These ones for this event are done by Bring Back Hockey. And what they've done in the past for jerseys is had jerseys that have the same kind of color scheme as wherever you're playing, but they have the Rent the Rink logo on them. And what they're starting to do now, I think this is going forward, is not the Rent the Rink logo on them, but a logo that's kind of inspired by or a riff off of the team that wherever you're playing. So if you see our jerseys, you'll see them around here, come back and forth. The color scheme is the Knights jerseys. It looks like the nice jerseys, but the logo kind of looks like their shoulder patch logo, their third logo. Looks kind of similar to that, but it says RTR on it. It's got like swords and stuff you can see here on the bench. So it's really cool. It's a really cool looking jersey. Really neat looking stuff. Alright, I think that's enough kind of on the Rent the Rink experience. Recommend it if you haven't done it. Totally recommend getting out and doing it. And now, along with all the fun that was getting to go watch the Knights game and then getting to play at T-Mobile the next day, this was actually a lot of firsts for me. For me, the thing that made me the most nervous was this was actually my first time flying with my hockey gear. Generally, I like to drive everywhere, so I can just throw my bag into the trunk of my car and go wherever I need to go. If anybody watched my Rent the Rink review videos from New York and New Jersey, I just drove there. It was, I think, about a 6-7 hour drive. That's fine. Unfortunately for me, Vegas is about a 30-hour drive, which I'm okay doing a 30-hour drive, but I'm not okay having to, probably stop and spend the night somewhere on the way there and then on the way back and adding like 2 days at least onto the trip and making it a lot more expensive. I wasn't okay with that. So I flew with my gear for the very first time. I was very nervous about it. I wound up flying Southwest there and back. One of the big reasons I chose to do Southwest was that they allow you to have 2 checked bags, and your hockey sticks and your hockey bag count as one item. So I actually have a hockey stick bag, so I was able to put my sticks in the bag. You can also just tape your sticks together, and that plus your hockey bag counts as one checked bag, and they don't charge you for it. A lot of the cheap airlines I know charge you for any kind of bags, and if you have like a big bag, like a hockey bag, it can no longer be a cheap airline. They can charge you a ton for that kind of stuff. So that's why I chose Southwest. That was a big reason why. I will say no problems whatsoever flying with my stuff. Everything got to Vegas and back from Vegas with no problem. The only thing I noticed is when I got home, because I did actually have to transfer planes in the middle of the trip, which also made me very nervous, is it was raining where I was transferring planes, and my bag was pretty soaked, but, I mean, my Pacific Rink bag has seen much harsher weather than that. Not a big deal at all. Handled it just fine. My stuff inside was fine. My stuff inside was already soaked because I flew the day after I played, so I wouldn't have even noticed if it was soaked anyways. So that was fine. That wasn't a big deal at all. Alright, so there you go. That was kind of everything in a nutshell of me getting to Vegas, getting home from Vegas, and how Rent the Rink went. The only other thing that I guess kind of to talk about from the trip was this was actually my first time going to Vegas. So that was super cool. Getting to see the city, getting to see, I guess, kind of what all the hype was about. Is there hype about Vegas? I don't know. Maybe there is. It was honestly not quite what I was expecting. There was a lot less neon than I thought there would be. A lot less street performers, is that what you call them? The people that dress up in the really awful, creepy-looking costumes that try and butt in and get you to take a picture of them and then demand money from you. Is that what I don't know what you would call them. But there's a lot less of those than I thought there'd be, and pretty much no Elvises, which was very upsetting, and no Elvis stuff anywhere. I thought there'd be a lot of Elvis stuff. But really neat place to sightsee. I mean, it's awesome. The casinos are, well, they look like casinos. If you've been to one casino, you've been to every casino. Oh, there's me taking a shot off the ankle. That hurt really, really bad. Really bad. But yeah, it was something. It was something to see. I see why people go there for a weekend, and that's kind of it. I don't know what you would do there for much longer than that. But there's a ton of stuff to go look at. There's the casinos do have like crazy themes that they carry out to an extreme for stuff, which is really different. I think different's the right way to put it than stuff that I'm used to seeing. So that was really cool too. It was a neat place to have something like this going on because I wouldn't have gone out there otherwise. Because really, you know me, I only travel to go to hockey games or other sporting events. That's about it. The only reason I travel. So I wouldn't have gone to Vegas otherwise, but got to see hockey game, got to see that. So there you go. All right, so getting up to the end of the video here, just kind of letting the game play out. You can see kind of how this went. This was the lower game that I played in. There was a game that was after it that was a little bit better hockey. One of the things I do like that this is my big carrying the puck down on like I guess it's kind of a breakaway, sort of close as I get to ever having a breakaway with like a 3-on-1 or 2-on-1 breakaway on it. That was in the big moments of the game. But yeah, it's always nice because you do play with people that are of your like skill level. So I could actually do kind of have a breakaway or something like that, and not be way slower or way worse than everybody else out there. It was pretty even keel. So there you go, guys. Hope you liked it. This is I really think you should do one of these Rent the Rink events. If you have not, like I said, they have them all over the place. They kind of change where they go every year. It's super cool. So, all right. I will catch everybody next video.